Hello once again, YouTube. This is Meme Skull, and I'm back with another Commander deck profile. This time we're covering Niv-Mizzet Parun. I quickly updated it before recording. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find space for this card, which is really good. Untimely malfunction. So it essentially protects your commander if they try to target it. Changes the target spell or ability with a single target, which should also be in my goblin deck. But again, I need to find out what I can replace with it. But if you have any like recommendations on what I should add or replace, please don't be shy. Leave some comments, and I will look into it. So now starting with the deck profile. So starting off, Commander. He costs three blue and 3 red. So pretty pricey, very specific. He cannot be countered, which is good. He has flying, and whenever you draw a card, Niv-Mizzet Parun deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, you draw a card. So that's really good. You draw off of playing your instances and sorceries, and there is a means of infinite looping with him to kill off your opponents. So moving on to the creatures, we have like, it's not that many. It's like a very small amount. Like literally, look at that. So we have Arjun the Shifting Flame. Whenever we cast a spell, put the card in your hand at the bottom of your library, any order, then draw that many cards. Really good when we have our commander on board. Firebrand Archer. Whenever we cast a non-creature spell, she deals 1 damage to each opponent. Forgotten Creation. He has Skulk at the beginning of our upkeep. We discard all the cards in our hand. If we do, draw that many cards. Goblin Electromancer. He just has our instant and sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. Gutter Snipe. Whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, Gutter Snipe deals 2 damage to each opponent. Niv-Mizzet the Parun, the Firemind. My bad. He is 2 blue and 2 red. He has flying. Whenever you draw a card, Niv-Mizzet the Firemind deals 1 damage to any target, and you can tap him to draw a card. And this guy is a fairly new one from Foundations. Niv-Mizzet Visionary. For 4, a blue and a red, he has flying. He is essentially Reliquary Tower on legs. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may draw that many cards. So he is also an infinite loop possibility. If you have your commander and him, you're infinitely drawing and you're dealing damage with the other guy, and it goes back and forth. So it's ridiculous. Next we have Oger Axonil Deepest Might. Basically he just quadruples the damage that we're outputting with our commander. Psychosis Crawler. His power's toughness is equal to the number of cards in our hand, and whenever we draw a card, each opponent loses 1 life. Silverclad Ferocidons. I was at first questioning why I had this in the deck, but then I read the effect. Whenever he is dealt damage, each opponent sacrifices a permanent. He deals damage to any target. So you could just slowly clear out the board. His toughness is going to reset. It's going to be ridiculous. Next we have Tandem Lookout. He has Soul Bond. As long as Tandem Lookout is paired with another creature, each of those creatures has, whenever this creature deals damage to an opponent, draw a card. So, again, another means of getting an infinite loop. Whirlpool Drake. He has flying. Whenever he comes into play, shuffle the cards in your hand into your library, then draw that many cards. When he is put into a graveyard from play, shuffle the cards from your hand into the library, then draw that many cards. So it's really good. Yeah, with once you have your commander on board. Next we have Whirlpool Rider. When he comes into play, shuffle the cards from your hand into your library, then draw that many cards. So you can see a pattern. We want to fill our hand up as much as possible and constantly redraw or shuffle whatever we have in our hand, because we want to dig into our infinites, which are Curiosity and Ophidion's Eye. Lastly, we have Whirlpool Warrior. When they come into play, shuffle the cards from your hand into the library, then draw that many cards. You sacrifice this guy. Each player shuffles the cards from his or her hand into his or her library, then draws that many cards. So you can see a pattern with those last three. We want to draw that many cards. Next, moving on to the artifacts. I do have to find some space for an arcane signet because we need as much ramp as possible with this deck, with our commander being 6 mana of 2 specific colors. And plus I couldn't really find a arcane signet lying around, even though I should have many of those. Yeah. So we have Credit Voucher for 2 mana. You pay 2, tap it, sacrifice Credit Voucher, shuffle any number of cards from your hand into your library. Then, guess what? Draw the many cards. Who'd have thought? And then we have the funny cards. Gorgon Flail. This gives our commander Death Touch. So, it makes our commander a board wipe. You just deal 1 damage to any problematic creatures, and they're out of there. Unless they have Indestructible. Gorgon's Head. Another means of getting Death Touch. Grafted Exoskeleton. This one gives Infect, so it will make the game go a bit quicker. You just gotta be mindful when this becomes unattached from a permanent, sacrifice that permanent. So they could easily destroy this, and your commander goes bye-bye. Unless you have means of protecting it. Next, for the mana rock, we have Izzet Cluestone. Tap for 3 mana. It taps for either red or blue, and you pay a blue and a red. Tap it, sacrifice it, and you draw a card. Really good because it gives you that draw. Izzet Signet gets you another mana rock. This is really good. Stealth Suit. Creature can't be target of spells or abilities, just to provide protection, and then you can pay 2 blue, attach this to target creature you control. So if let's say something were to be targeted, you can switch it over, and it equips for 1 mana. So it's not bad. We have Primal Amulet for 4 mana, instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a charge counter on Primal Amulet. Then if there are 4 or more charge counters on it, you may remove those counters and transform it, which it transforms into Primal Wellspring. This is a mana rock as well. It's a land, my bad. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. When mana is spent to cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell, and you may choose new targets for the copy. There is also another land that I might not have in this deck. It's from one of the more recent sets. Takir, Dragonstorm. Acts like a blue land. Comes in untapped if you control a mountain or a forest. And one more. Mountain, forest. Yeah. Yeah, mountain or forest, right? And it comes in untapped. And then you tap it, pay an additional blue, and your next spell cannot be countered. You don't need that for your commander. But you just need that for the combo piece. So that'll be really good. Talisman of Creativity, and lastly, Vessel of Endless Rest. This just is a 3 mana mana rock. Just lets us recycle something that might have been used that we might need. It shuffles it back into our, puts it in the bottom of our library. Now moving on to the instances, which we have quite a few. We have quite a few. Not that many, but a few. Aether Rise, return all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. Blink of an Eye, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If this spell is kicked, draw a card. Brainstorm, draw a card. Dizzy Spell. This lets us search out our Ophidian Eye a lot. Not Ophidian Eye. The other one. You know what I'm. Curiosity. Faithful Showdown. Frantic Search. Illusionist Gambit. Insidious Will. Into the Royal. Mizium Skin. So as you can see, I don't have like Counterspell or anything in this deck. I have a Negate. But yeah, this is because this is a much more budget-friendly deck by comparison to my other decks. Reign of Power. Rewind. Totalitarian Winds. And Unwind. So really good. We have a few counter spells that untap our lands just in case. Now moving on to the sorceries, we have quite a bit. Aether Gale, Collective Defiance, Diminishing Returns, Faithless Looting, Flux, Game Plan, Incendiary Command. This guy's Fury. I know I was gonna butcher that name. That name's Creativity. This also lets us draw cards equal to the number of cards in his or her hand, then discards that many cards. It's really good. Mana Geyser for ramp. Molten Psyche. River's Rebuke. Shattered Perception. Treasure Cruise. Windfall, and Winds of Change. Now moving on to the enchantments, we have Curiosity, which is our main enchantment we want to search. This has whenever enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. That's an infinite loop. You want to make sure you make this counterproof. Fiery Emancipation. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage to that permanent or player instead. Really good. Speeds up the game. Mind Moil. Whenever you play a spell, put the cards in your hand on the bottom of your library in any order, then draw that many cards. So this also helps with speeding up the process of killing our opponents. Ophidian Eye. This is essentially the same as Curiosity, just a bit more, and it has flash. So if we make this counterproof, flash it in, we win the game. This is a new card from Dustmorn. We have Roaring Furnace and Steaming Sauna. It's an enchantment room. For the Roaring Furnace side, when you unlock this room deals damage equal to the number of cards in your hand to target creature an opponent controls. And then on the blue side, Steaming Sauna, you have no maximum hand size, and at the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Swarm Intelligence. Whenever you cast an instance or sorcery spell, you may copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So it is 7 mana, but it is pretty good. Next we have the Marari Conjecture. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. 1000-Year Storm. This is a very good card. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've casted before it this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. Virtue of Courage. adventure on it. It deals 2 damage to any target, and then we have whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may exile that many cards from the top of your library. You may play them those cards this turn. Lastly, we have the lands. Have Command Tower, Evolving Wilds, Highland Lake, a few islands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 islands, one of which will be replaced by that really good land from Dragonstorm. Izzet Boilerworks. Mountain, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mountains. And then we have Shivan Reef, Terramorphic Expanse, Training Center, and Warped Landscape. And that makes 100. So there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that commander deck profile. This one does need a bit of work because I haven't really messed with it in a while. So if you have any recommendations on what I could swap out, feel free to leave comments down below, and I'll take them into consideration. And hopefully later in the future I'll do an updated deck profile on this deck. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel and want to see more content like this, and I will see you all in the next video.